It is the Buganda group that abandoned me, and I thought it was quits when it reaches to that point. But right now, Speaker, yesterday in your communication, you promised the House that you would ascertain, you would find out the circumstances under which the NTV broadcasting house has been barred, the nation media, and you had promised that today you would have ascertained and informed Parliament about the circumstances under which the nation media was banned covering this Honorable House. Right, Honorable Speaker, we are responsible to the citizens of this country, but I would wish to point out that increasingly the media space is narrowing, right, Honorable Speaker, and sometimes on flimsy reasons. Media houses have been locked down. I must declare I have an interest in this matter. For Point FM, Mr. Speaker, you are also involved with the media. But when the Uganda Communications Commission is used on flimsy ground to close media houses, like in the case of Point FM, Mr. Speaker, there was an allegation that one of the presidential candidates was coming onto the radio. Chagulaji was coming to Mubende and they said he would be on the radio. Then suddenly they said, you know, you owe Uganda Communications Commission 11 million, yet they owe the station 27 million. But now they went ahead, carried away all the transmitters. And Honorable Speaker, the media is so sensitive. Point FM has hosted His Excellency the President on 2 occasions, including Mama Janet and other government ministers and officials. But now when we see this, not only to NTV and the nation media, we get concerned. How come that during the electioneering period, the voices of the people are clogged up? Right, Honorable Speaker, you know the losses suffered by the broadcasters and those who have paid up for their adverts. It is a big loss. But for the UCC to play politics, like what I ascertain, even rival, Mr. Speaker, I beg just 1 minute.
Honorable Seshko, that's not how we behave, please. Yeah. Because you see, you came up on an issue to do with the House. You went outside the House. You are about to go beyond the borders. So I don't know where we can stop. Okay?
Right, Honorable Speaker, I thank you for your guidance. Since this was a matter you promised this House, I lay my case on the question of the blackout of the National Media Group to cover this House, and as a reminder that it's not only here, but it is happening elsewhere. But I pray that you guide this House on what the National Media has done, what crime they have committed, and whether Ugandans shouldn't be entitled to know whether there is divergent opinion. Right, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, for those of you who came to my office from 7 a.m., because by 7 I had many colleagues who are waiting for me in the office. I've just left office now. I left a little, went for approval of DPP and the commissioners. I haven't cross-checked even with the clerk. Okay, I haven't cross-checked with the clerk. I will call the clerk. I cross-check because it's an administrative matter. I know, what I know here is that we have accreditation procedures. So the accreditation procedures, maybe they have some guidelines around them, but this is an administrative matter which the Speaker or Deputy Speaker are not involved with. So I'm going to cross-check when I get time. I don't want to put deadlines on myself, Honorable, to say I've said tomorrow, today, no. Because I'm asking myself, why Aren't you being covered nationally? So I received a message from the head of Nation Media, Madam Nsibirwa. I will call her. She gives me also facts, and then I will cross-check with the clerk. I haven't called her back. I will cross-check with the clerk on what might have happened on that. But I was very, very busy. I had a lot of pending business that I had to do since morning. Yes, Honorable Semujo.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you and the Honorable Sechikubo for bringing back the matter. There were two issues with this matter. The first was the Parliament of Uganda taking a decision, as it has been reported, for which you are cross-checking, and we will wait. But there is also another blackout. The Nation Media Group cannot cover the President and activities the President is undertaking on behalf of Uganda. You had said, Mr. Speaker, that the responsible minister can explain. Because for me, the coincidence is what is bothering me. That the President stops the Nation Media Group from covering him, conducting public business, and then we get this story that the Parliament has also now joined. My fear is how many other government agencies, and Mr. Speaker, I am a journalist by training. When Monitor started, there was a ban of advertising on Monitor. It was targeted. In fact, Monitor is resilient. It didn't collapse. I recently saw Electoral Commission advertising only with the New Vision that has made it a duty that every day they will have a photograph of only one NRM candidate. Yet we pass money here. We pass money here to New Vision. But they are covering only one presidential candidate effectively. The others are just balancing. Every day you see NRM candidate Yoweri Museveni Tibuhaburwa with the crowd on the front page of New Vision every day. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to know if these ministers that you instructed to come here and explain whether they are also cross-checking the Minister for Presidency and Information, because we must know, is this now an unannounced government policy that you find ways of killing private media and independent media in Uganda? If it is not, we need an explanation. We see advertising now going to only New Vision and other media outlets that are supporting the candidature of the NRM presidential flag bearer. So can the ministers, as Mr. Speaker, we had requested yesterday, explain?
Honorable Kabyanga, is the Nation Media not allowed to cover the President? So I'm getting news from Honorable Semujo, and has been consistent since yesterday.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. All media houses are allowed to cover the President. But Honorable Semuju is a seasoned journalist and a manager. All newspapers and media houses have editorial boards. And for them to release any news, the editorial board decide on what to release, not the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. And therefore, it's not under my mandate to decide what New Vision should publish or not.
Is the nation allowed to cover the President? That's the question you asked, Honorable.
Yes, they are allowed to cover.
It's allowed. Very okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Yes. Honorable.
Right Honorable Speaker, the bare minimum we expect from a honorable minister of government is to have minimum levels of honesty. And if a minister stands before a House of Representatives and does not speak the truth, and he knows he's lying, that's really unbecoming of a honorable colleague. We all know, let's facts be, at first it was NBS which had been buried for quite some time, not covering the president. And we are not talking about candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to Buhabura. We are speaking about the President of the Republic of Uganda. Now, it turns out that NTV and the Monitor publication, Nation Media, as we stand now, is barred from covering the President of the Republic of Uganda. So the question is, what have they done? And for you to come here and try to hide and not tell the truth, really it is dishonorable to an extent.
Honorable Kabyanga,
that's why, Right Honorable Speaker, and the reason why we are coming back forth, and I thank Honorable Sechikubo, for freedom of speech, freedom of expression, access to Parliament by the media is so cardinal that you can't just let it on the whim of some technocrats here. Take time, they can ban people. We even have a gallery.
Yeah, but Honorable Chivumbi,
where free Ugandans are free to come here.
Honorable Chivumbi, please. For you to cover Parliament here, you have to be accredited. And you must follow our guidelines of accreditation. Are you getting me? So you can't say because of what, we have a southern journalist here, because Parliament is a public place. That's why we have accreditation here. So, but now, because you're turning around a matter which we should look at soberly into something beyond, okay? So, to cover here, you must be accredited. It has been a practice over time. That's it. That one is very clear. Honorable Kabyanga, have you received any communication from State House that Monitor Nation is not allowed to cover the president?
I don't have any communication from State House.
Thank you.
And therefore, the media, the national media, is free to go and cover the president.
Thank you. Now, honorable colleagues, Honorable Kabyanga is not in charge of security of the president, people around the president. He's Minister for ICT. He has not received the communication. I can't come and I hold him accountable here. Honorable Narima Betty, here. Honorable Christine Nakmuero.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I come with a matter that needs urgent attention from all of us. Right Honorable Speaker, we recognize that our country supports athletes, musicians, dancers, models, and pageants representatives. But Right Honorable Speaker, there are a number of individuals that represent Uganda on a number of issues. Right Honorable Speaker, we have a one called Aherwa Trisha. This is a girl in her late 20s, but she has represented Uganda in a number of forums, Miss Popularity, Miss Model, the best popular model for the world, top model, and of recent she won the Miss Environment, Uganda Miss Environment of 2025. Right Honorable Speaker, we are pleased that this girl has now been invited to take part in the International Miss World that will take place in the Philippines. But to our surprise, some of these people carry our flags and they are not recognized. Right Honorable Speaker, I bring this matter to request that as we plan for the athletics and in the quest to entice youth to take part in the climate change actions and environmental protection, and also use the environment to employ many youth, and also to use these people to do capacity building to our people on matters of environment. We need to recognize them, but at the same time have a contribution to their participation, because the flags they are carrying are ours. So, Right Honorable Speaker, the matter I'm raising is to request that at least Parliament, the line ministries, take cognizance of, and then we do have these people carry our flags, very confident to represent our country and be able to come back actually and report to us about what they intend to do to our country. Otherwise, there is unequal recognition of contribution to some of these representatives. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Okay, that's what's taking place in Parliament. They stopped NTV, Daily Monitor, Nation Media from covering Parliament, from covering Genome 7 because of their truthiness, because they report the truth and Genome 7 fears the truth. That's why they can't even come out and take it that Nation Media was banned from covering Genome 7, Nation Media was banned from covering Parliament, because they are reporting the truth. And there's no really genuine reason they can give to the world that this is the reason why we are stopping them from covering Parliament and covering Genome 7. So they'll always cowardize, they'll always hide, cover up that no, they are free to cover, but when they go there, they refuse them to enter and cover. But we need to wake up, we as Ugandans.